Hello, guys, and welcome back to House Edge. It's your boy Rob. I'm going to be doing a solo episode today. Burke's on vacation. I'm coming off vacation. He goes on. We keep it going. Let's go into our picks. We're going to go over college football. Starting off, I'm going to take Nebraska -7.5 versus Minnesota. I don't think Minnesota is going to be able to put up enough points here. Nebraska's averaging close to 34 points a game, and their defense is pretty solid. I think they run away with this game. I'm also going to be taking Penn State moneyline +136 versus Iowa. We've all heard the news. James Franklin is fired from Penn State. I think this is a spot where the players are going to really have to perform. You're going to get a little boost without the coach. People are playing for, to stay on this roster because a big coach is coming in, or to play for their NIL somewhere else. So I think they'll be really focused and locked in. I'm also going to be taking Texas Tech -7.5. I love this game when it opened at -12. I think this is going to be an absolute blowout for Texas Tech here. We have a direct comparable game between the two of them. They both played at Utah. Arizona loses that game 42-10. Texas Tech, they go into Utah, beat them 34-10. This is not even going to be close. Texas Tech might be one of the best teams in the country. We could see them in the Final Four of this college football playoff. And Burke also sent in his picks. He's going to be taking Miami -13.5 versus Louisville. Miami has been a really good team. This is going to be another statement win at home for them. Then you got Georgia Tech moneyline +104 versus Duke. He's saying this is a trap game, but he's going to take the big. Georgia Tech has been really good against the spread and overall this season, and they've paid out for Burke. Ohio State -25.5 versus Wisconsin. This is a play that I consider too. Wisconsin has been pretty bad on offense. They're averaging 6.7 points per game in Big Ten play, and that Ohio State defense is phenomenal. One of the best that we've seen in recent years. Then he's going to be taking USC. We got a double play here, +9.5 versus Notre Dame, coming off that big win against Michigan, where they really dominated that line of scrimmage over there. Notre Dame, similar style of team to Michigan, hoping for the same results. He's going to be taking +9.5, and he's going to take the money line for a sprinkle +265. And for our parlays, I'm looking at my win-loss record here, and I just need to stack the bankroll. So I'm going to go with a teaser +11.5 add-on here for +170, 5 legs. We take Ohio State -14 versus Wisconsin. I think the Ohio State defense can hold this team to very little points, and 2 scores is nothing for that offense. I'm also going to be taking USC +21 at Notre Dame. You just got to stay in the game within 3 scores. Tennessee +20 versus Bama. Same for you. Then we're going to take Texas Tech and Arizona State over 40. It's going to be a lot of points in this game. This is going to be a classic Big 12 game. And then we're going to take Miami -2. Just got to squeak out against Louisville. In Burke's parlay, he's taking a 4-leg moneyline parlay +209. Bama over Tennessee, Texas Tech over Arizona State, Georgia over Ole Miss, Nebraska over Minnesota. There's not a single play that I disagree with on that slip. +209, really good value. And that's going to wrap out our college football plays. Now let's hop over to Sunday with our NFL plays. I'm going to start off with my picks. We got the Jags +3 versus the Rams. We got Jags in the London game. I love them in those spots. And then this Rams team, I don't really trust it. They've been playing really up and down. They play to their competition a lot. They also will be without Puka Nacua in this game. Matthew Stafford has relied on him heavily for this offense, so I don't know if they're going to have the same potent passing attack that they had in the last couple games. And the Jags defense has been playing pretty good, so I think they can definitely hold it within a field goal here in a spot where it would be essentially a home game for them. I'm also going to be taking the Titans +7 versus the Pats. If you watched earlier in the show, I took Penn State losing their coach as a boost. I think the same thing happens here. The Titans, I think they get unlocked. Bill Callahan was one of the worst coaches in the NFL over the last couple of years. That offensive coordinator or whoever they put in the interim has to do a better job than what has been done. Then I'm going to take the Saints +5.5 versus the Bears. The Saints, for a team that has not won a lot of games, they've been in every single game that they played in, minus the Seahawks game, which they just didn't show up for. And the Bears are a team that's going to keep it close. I mean, they won the last 2 games by identical scores of 25-24. I don't see them blowing out the Saints team. I think +5.5 is a really good line here. So I'm going to be taking the Falcons money line +123. The 49ers injuries are really piling up. They lost Joey Bosa, now Fred Warner. We still don't know who the quarterback's going to be on a week-to-week. Even though Mac Jones has played well, I don't think him or Brock Purdy really are going to be able to pick up the slack for what this defense is going to be over the next couple of weeks. And they're running into a very hot Atlanta team who just beat the Bills. Bijan, he's averaging something like 60 yards receiving per game. He's up there with the receivers, and he's a running back. It's having a phenomenal season so far. I think the Falcons go into the 49ers and beat them on Sunday night. And then we'll be taking the Colts +120 versus the Chargers on the money line. These Charger teams, the Chargers and the Colts, are built very similarly. They both are 2 teams that really want to win the line of scrimmage, built around their offensive lines. And at this point, I think the Colts have been better throughout the season, but have been much more consistent. The Chargers came out swinging first 3 weeks of the season, but over the last couple games, you have a loss to the Giants, loss to Commanders, and you barely squeak by a Miami team that is begging to lose every week. I think the Colts go in there and they actually blow the doors off of the Chargers here. And then for Burke's plays, he's sticking with his team. Bengals +5.5 versus Steelers. They did look a lot better with Joe Flacco at the quarterback over Jake Browning. So there could be some hope here. I personally like the Steelers in this game, but it's a stay away for me. Commanders -1.5 versus the Cowboys. This is a game that I also consider taking. That Cowboys defense is pretty bad. I think the Commanders are going to take advantage of that here. He has the Eagles and the Vikings game under 43.5. Basically, the Eagles' offense has been pretty stagnant all season. They haven't been able to really throw the ball consistently. And Saquon has not looked like he has in the last year, probably from the amount of carries that he's taken in that last Super Bowl run. And the Vikings defense is also pretty good. So, usually when you got the favorite team and you think their offense is going to do super good, it's a good time to take the under. We're going to take Patriots and Titans over 41.5. Berg likes the efficiency of the Patriots offense, and this is one of the lowest numbers of the week. We're going to take the Lions. He's saying a lot of over-unders this week. Lions and Bucks over 52.5. This is a shootout game that I could see. The Bucks offense is really good. The Lions offense is really good. Plus, the Bucks have some injuries on that defense, so that should unlock it for the Lions. The only worry here is the Bucks receivers are getting pretty depleted. No Omega Ibuka for this game. I don't believe Mike Evans will be back. We still have yet to see Chris Godwin. I don't know how long Baker can keep putting up the numbers that he is with Tez Johnson as his best receiver out there. And for our parlays, I'm taking a 2-leg parlay +182. Really like this value. I'm going to take the Panthers on the money line versus the Jets. this Panthers team has showed some life, and the Jets have not. They look like they don't know what they're doing out there. So I'm going to take the Panthers to squeak this one out. And then I'm going to take the Giants plus 10.5 on an alt line. I like them against the Denver Broncos. 7 just seems like just not enough points. I think with the 2 scores here for 10.5, it's going to cash. In Burke's parlay, common play, we're going to take the Panthers money line versus the Jets. He has a 3-leg money line parlay. Panthers money line versus the Jets. Colts money line versus the Chargers. I like that play. And then he has the 49ers beating the Falcons. I think it's going to be his doom play there. But, you know, the bookmaker also find the 49ers to be the favorite here. I don't see it, but good luck to him. And that rounds out our NFL plays. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Good luck on your bets, and I'll see you next time.